first of all, hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki. In today's video, I honestly wasn't planning on filming. I wasn't planning on filming at all today, but we decided to have this for lunch, and so since I'm making it, I wanted to film it because I'm doing a Copycat takeout meals again. And this is something that's been really important on our journey because we ate takeout pretty much every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. So being able to recreate lighter versions at home that are way less points and actually make us feel better and fill us even more because the portions are like double what we would get at fast food places. It just works really well for us, and that's why I like to come up with so many different versions using just substitute ingredients that we use all the time. So if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and let's get started. So today, we do have 2 Taco Bell recipes. I think I've done the most Taco Bell recipes in these videos just because we eat Taco Bell the most. That's probably our favorite fast food place to get, and we like everything on the menu because it's pretty much just all the same ingredients reformed into different things. But anyway, today what we're making is something I actually had a lot of people request, and that is the Mexican pizza. So we're gonna do a lightened up version at home. And then also I decided I really wanted a chicken quesadilla, so I'm gonna kind of do a chicken quesadilla that's similar to the Taco Bell version. So let's get started with the Mexican pizza. So the Mexican pizza is like kind of crunchy shells. I wanted to still use one of our low carb tortillas. So today we're using 2 tortillas that are these La Banderita carb counter. 1 tortilla is 45 calories, a gram of fat, 15 carbs, and 5 grams of protein. So we're each gonna have 2 of those to make up the pizza. And what I did, because at the end of assembling this, I tossed them in the oven at 400. But before I do that, I wanted to get the tortillas hard. So what I did was I got a tray with foil, and then I just popped these in the oven at 400, and they got perfectly crispy, as you can see. So we each have 2, and that will make up the pizza. And like I said, it's just these carb counter tortillas. 10 minutes at 400, it was perfect. So that is our base for the pizza. And each tortilla is 1 point, so 2 points for the tortillas. So the way the Mexican pizza is, it's a layer of refried beans. So I got Taco Bell refried beans. These are fat-free, so they're 0 points for us. And I found these at Walmart. So for half a cup, it's 120 calories, but I don't know if I'll even use a half cup. That might be about the serving I use. 22 carbs and 7 grams of protein, and like I said, it's 0 points for us. Then there's a layer of ground beef, which we do like to use ground turkey. So instead of 99% lean though, today I have some 93% lean ground turkey that I made like a day ago. And I just chose to use this one because to me it tastes a little bit more similar to regular ground beef and like the Taco Bell meat. It's able to get like broken down smaller, and it's just more of a similar texture, reminds me more of Taco Bell meat. So I made that with a packet of Taco Bell taco seasoning, and that's what we're gonna be using. We're just gonna be using 3 points. So you could still use the 99% lean, and I've done it before, and it would actually be 0 points then, but today we're just using this because that's what we have, so 3 points of that. Then you put the tortilla on top. Then there is the Mexican pizza sauce, which is very similar to just like an enchilada sauce because it's very tomatoey and has that like taco sauce flavor. So what I'm using is the Trader Joe's enchilada sauce. I use this all the time on enchiladas. It's our favorite sauce to use. For the serving I'm gonna be using, which is like an 1/8 cup, it's actually 0 points. But if you have a 1/4 cup serving, it's 30 calories and 1 point. So we'll do a layer of sauce. Then we're gonna do 2 points of this light Mexican blend shredded cheese from Trader Joe's. So 2 points of that I'm gonna weigh out, and then I'm gonna top it with some diced tomatoes. And then I'm gonna pop it back in the oven for a few minutes and just get the cheese melted. And that'll be it for the Mexican pizza. I also forgot to mention, with the beans, I just put them into a bowl like this and kind of mix them up. And I'm gonna add some Kinder's Taco Blend seasoning, some Flavor God Garlic Lover seasoning, and then some salt and pepper. And I'm just gonna mix it up, and then that will be my layer of beans. Let's go ahead and assemble those. Okay, so the next thing that I'm making is a chicken quesadilla. Of course, I wanted to use another low carb tortilla, so I'm using a large extreme wellness wrap. One of these is 2 points. It's got 80 calories, 2 grams of fat, 24 carbs, and 8 grams of protein. So that's just what I'm gonna use for these. I feel like they work well on the stove, and I wanted to use a large one because the quesadilla from Taco Bell is decently sized. Now for the cheese, I'm just gonna be using this cheese again. So this is the light Mexican blend, but this time I'm gonna be using 3 points instead of 2 points worth. So I'm gonna weigh that out and put that on the quesadilla. Then on the quesadilla, they usually have a creamy jalapeno sauce, which I actually prefer the creamy chipotle sauce, and this is the one we have, so that's what I'm gonna be using, just 2 points of this, a tablespoon. I'm gonna spread that out first and then put the cheese on. And then for chicken, because I want a chicken quesadilla, and I just cut up a pound of chicken breast, so I cut it into like tiny, kind of bite-sized pieces, if you can see, and then I cooked it up, added about like a half cup of water, and then a pack of this Taco Bell chicken taco seasoning. So I just found this for the first time and I'm excited because it's for chicken. So it's really helpful that you can buy a lot of the Taco Bell products at like Walmart and stuff. But again, you can find similar things. You can use like a regular taco seasoning and it'll still taste just as good. So that's how I'm gonna do the chicken, and then I'm just gonna cook it on the stove. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so my Mexican pizza is done. It's really big. I didn't realize it would take up the whole plate, but I'm excited to eat this. This comes out to a total of 7 points for the entire thing. So it is 2 points for the 2 low-carb tortillas. Each one is a point. Then the beans are 0 for us. The ground turkey is 3 points. Like I said, you could use 99% lean, but we just did the 93. I just think it's more similar to Taco Bell meat than the other tortilla. The enchilada sauce was 0 points for us. The cheese was 2 and the tomatoes are 0. So 7 points for this entire thing. And the Mexican pizza from Taco Bell is 15 points. So half the points, and it's gonna be more filling and make us feel better. So now onto the quesadilla. Okay, so here is the finished quesadilla. Mine is still cooking on the stove, and I just sprayed the pan with some olive oil spray and then cooked it on both sides, like medium heat, just until it got kind of brown like this. I like when it gets a little bit crunchy. So this comes out to 7 points as well for the whole thing. So the tortilla is 2 points, the cheese is 3 points, and then the sauce I used is 2 points. I thought I was gonna use more than a tablespoon, but a tablespoon actually turned out to be the perfect serving. It's kind of spicy, so I didn't want too much. So 7 points for this whole thing. And when you get it at Taco Bell, it is 17 points. So a good low point option at home, pretty simple to throw together, and it's filling. So those are the 2 Taco Bell recipes we're doing today. We're about to eat all of this, and I'm so excited, but like I said, it just helps so much to be able to recreate this stuff at home and have more filling versions that are half the points. Okay, so I am back with a breakfast takeout recipe or fast food copycat recipe, and I'm sorry, but it's Taco Bell again because Taco Bell is where we go the most, I guess, out of all the fast food places, and this is something really easy to recreate at home. So one of Adam's favorite things is Taco Bell breakfast in general, but he loves the breakfast crunch wrap, so we get it with bacon. We're gonna be making a copycat version that is 13 points less than the Taco Bell version. So Taco Bell version is 23, and the one I'm making today is gonna be 10 points. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm just gonna walk through the ingredients I'm using. So I'm gonna be using large extreme wellness wraps. You wanna get a large wrap for this just because it is big and you need to be able to fold it closed with a hash brown in there. So that's why we like to get the 10-inch Extreme Wellness. These are 2 points for one and 80 calories for one. So I'm gonna be using those. Then I'm gonna scramble up 2 eggs for each of us. That might be too much, so we might have to eat some on the side. I don't know if it'll be too much for the wrap, but I'm gonna do 2 eggs for each of us. Those are 0 points. Then I have some bacon prepped, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut up 2 slices of center cut bacon for us. That'll be 2 points. Then we're gonna use a hash brown. So these are from Trader Joe's. They come like this. If you can hear my air fryer going, it's because I already threw ours in there. But we're each gonna have a hash brown in ours, and it's just gonna go right in the middle. That's 4 points for one of them. It is 120 calories. And then we want cheese. They have cheese on them usually, so I'm gonna use some light Mexican blend cheese from Trader Joe's, and I'm just gonna use a 2-point serving. I'm gonna weigh it out in grams, and that'll be it. So that'll be the whole wrap. We just have to assemble it. I'm gonna cook up the eggs right now and then show you how I throw it together. I just threw the hash brown in the air fryer at 375 for, usually I do like 10 minutes and I flip it over halfway, but you just need to check on it and make sure it's done to your liking. We like them extra crispy. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and assemble this crunch wrap. Okay, so here is the final crunch wrap. So like I said, this comes out to 10 points. It's 2 points for the tortilla, 4 for the hash brown, 2 for the bacon, and 2 for the cheese. 10 points total. And then the one from Taco Bell, which I want to say is about the same size, is 23 points. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my favorite Taco Bell mild sauce, and that is it. Okay, so we are moving on to the final Copycat meal or food item. I guess this is a full meal, but anyway, what we're making today is Copycat Chick-fil A sandwiches just at home. Chick-fil-A isn't that high point of an option. It actually is pretty good if you're on the road. We like to go to Chick-fil-A to get their grilled chicken sandwiches or just the regular chicken sandwiches, but for one, it's 13 points, and so we're gonna do one for a little bit less today. So first of all, the buns are important to me. I like to get a good bun. So this is a 5-point bun, but this is probably my favorite bun to use when I just want a regular burger or sandwich. These are the Ballpark just hamburger buns. So one bun is 150 calories, 2 grams of fat, it's got 4 grams of protein and 28 carbs, and it's 5 points. So you can get a lower point bun if you want to. The Great Value ones are only 3 points, I want to say, but I just really like these, and I think they're filling, so that's why we like to use those. But anyway, that's the bun we're gonna be using. Earlier today, I went ahead and already did this. So this has been sitting for a few hours now, but I just had already bought thin sliced chicken breast. You can get regular and then thinly slice it if you want, but it was just easier to do that, and I prefer to buy those. So what I have here, I bought a jar of pickles. I just got kosher dill spears like this, and I went ahead and dumped pretty much all the juice in there, and then I added the chicken. So this has been marinating in the fridge for a few hours in pickle juice, and that's it. And I purposely got the spears because with these, then I'm just gonna make these breaded pickles in the air fryer. They're so good. And I actually bread them pretty much the same way I'm gonna do the chicken. But that's the chicken. So what I'm gonna do is, instead of doing kind of a batter that's not gonna be as similar to Chick-fil-A, but it's gonna have very similar flavors and a good crunch, I actually prefer it this way. But I'm going to be dipping it in flour, which is just gonna have some salt and pepper. Then I'm gonna dip it in egg. And then the last thing I'm gonna dip it in panko breadcrumbs. So these are the breadcrumbs I like to use. You can use plain breadcrumbs, but I just prefer panko for the crunch, and we just all like them the best. I don't know why, it's just a really good option for breading things. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that, and then I'm gonna mix in some garlic salt, paprika, salt and pepper to the panko, and that is it for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and pop them in the oven. I have the oven preheating to 400. I usually put them in there for 10 minutes, flip them over, and do another 10 to 15 minutes. I just check on them. Then on the sandwich, usually it just comes with pickles, so I'm actually not even using these pickles. I'm gonna go ahead and use some Grillo fresh pickles because these are my favorite. So those are the pickles I'm gonna use. So then to the chicken sandwich, we're gonna add some pickles, some romaine lettuce, and then the G. Hughes famous cluckin' sauce. So this is just a really good substitute for Chick-fil-A sauce, considering 1 packet of Chick-fil-A sauce is 6 points. 2 tablespoons of this is going to be 3 points. So it's half the points for the sauce and tastes exactly the same. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here are the final chickens after I breaded them. I ended up adding that kickin' chicken seasoning with the paprika and garlic salt just for a little extra flavor because we've been enjoying it. This little piece, I don't know what that was. I've been getting this with the thin slice. 3 of them are like perfect thin sliced breast, and then I get like a little chunk like that. So that'll be leftovers. But now what I do is I just put it on a foil that I sprayed with olive oil spray, but I also go on top and spray a little bit more, just because I feel like it gives it a little extra crunch, and I don't know, I just like doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the oven at 400 and flip them over in 10 minutes. Okay, so my Chick-fil-A is done, and what I like about the thin sliced chicken breasts is that they're giant on a sandwich, so fit perfectly on the bun though. Well, they're kind of hanging off, but anyway, I have my fries. I only used like half a tablespoon of sauce on the sandwich. I don't like that much on the sandwich, but I do like it with the fries. So I'm gonna go ahead and have a little bit more of this G. Hugh's Famous Cooking Sauce, and I'm gonna go ahead and give the point comparison. So when you go to Chick-fil-A and order the Chick-fil-A sandwich, that's the one that doesn't come with the cheese or anything. It's just the sandwich, pickles, and bread. That is 13 points, so that doesn't include sauce either. So 13 points for that. Then a medium fry, which is about the size fry I have. That might even be a large serving that I have. I don't know, but we're gonna keep it lower, I guess. 13 points for the waffle fries, and then 6 points for a packet of Chick-fil-A sauce. So at Chick-fil-A, if I ordered this meal, it would be 32 points. But going to what I tracked for today, the ballpark bun was 5, the waffle fries were 5. I did 1 point for panko, 1 point for flour, just for the breading, and then 3 points for the G. Hugh's. So then this total came out to 15 points. So 15 versus 32, again, it's half the points. The sandwich is gonna be so good, it's gonna be more filling, and I think just overall more satisfying, and yeah, I won't need to use 6 points for one sauce. So we're gonna go ahead and actually take a bite of ours right now. Adam's got his back here. See, look at how mega, his is off the sandwich even. I always give him the biggest piece of chicken, so. Okay, I don't even know how to take a bite.
Right? This is huge.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The pickle marinade with the Chick-fil-A sauce, which is not actually Chick-fil-A sauce. So good. It's perfect.
Perfect.
And see, I like it more because it's a little bit crunchier, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that wraps it up for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of fun doing these videos. This is actually a lot of the meals that we like to make are kind of copycat takeout meals or meals that we eat at restaurants. So it's fun to adjust the points here, get a way more filling portion, and for half the points usually. So if there's anything you guys want to see us make, go ahead and leave it in the comments below, and we will see you next time.